Stallions pulled off a victory against Texas A&M San Antonio. So they're coming off a win here. They're looking loose in the warm-ups. I'm looking forward to the game tonight. However, the LSU Generals, they have been very impressive all year. They pretty much dominated Southwest University in their last matchup. Kashi Nat led the team in scoring with 23 points, and he's just been balling all year. He had 13 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he plays tonight. I think it's going to be a great game, and we're going to have tip-off coming up just any second now.
You know, Daniel, I do want to say that when you compare these two records, it's obvious that people will favor LSUA. However, ahead of today's contest, head coach DeMario Jackson said that North American is not what their record reflects. They are a team that can put a lot of pressure on the paint, and they play hard. So let's see if David can take down Goliath today. Yeah,
we're looking forward to that. For the tip-off, competing is going to be Damian Thomas, and it looks like it is Braden Thompson. So Damian Thomas has a bit of a height advantage on him. We'll see how that plays out. The starting lineup tonight for NAU is, oh, hold on. Stallions are going to take the first possession. We're going to have Tevin Gowns leading the point right now, dribbling to the left wing.
Looking like we're off to a pretty fast start here.
Reed Daniels has the ball at the top of the key, looking for Oakley Lewis, going to kick it out of bounds. Errant pass there. Rough start for the Stallions, but that's how typically these games go for them. They're usually a slow starter, but they always seem to pull it together in the second half and give us a good game. Inbounding is going to be Tevin Gowns, going to throw it to Damian Thomas at the wing.
LSUA's defense is on point just early on in the game. It seems like, we got a steal here from LSUA.
Yeah, we got a foul on Reed Daniels there. He was definitely trying to get that ball back, but yeah, it's going to be a pretty competitive game. Kashi Nat already leaving his fingerprints in the game. He's contesting for that steal. Inbounding now for Alexandria is going to be, looks like Isaiah Howard. E.J. McKillen with the ball at the top of the key. Gonna pass it down. Braden Thompson kicks it out to the corner.
The Stallions are underneath the,
Fighting for the rebound down the baseline. Bad pass there. It's going on the other side of the court. Hammond's running for it. Barely gets it.
Great hustle, though.
Oh, and then there's a steal right there. Running down the court.
And we steal it back.
Steal. So very sloppy game. This is exactly what we're used to with the Stallions. They always play very tight defense, but you got to limit the turnovers, especially early. You want to set the tone here. Damian Thomas at the top of the key, usually not a ball handler. Reed Daniels in the corner, looking for Oakley Lewis at the top now. Just can't penetrate right now. Kicking it out to Thomas. Nice pump fake, step back three, and it's cashed. Damian Thomas with an early three-pointer with our first bucket of the game. Very impressive shot for him there.
NAU struggled with shooting in the first half against LSUA during their first matchup, so they have got to show up in this first half.
Yeah, so back to the starting lineups for the Stallions. We have Damian Thomas at the 5. Oakley Lewis at the 4. We're going to have Reed Daniels at the 3, Jamark Hammond at the 2, and Tevin Gowns is running the point for them today. And on the other side, for the LSU Generals, we have Kashi Nat at the 1. Looks like we have Isaiah Howard at the 2. We have E.J. McKillen at the 3. We have Braden Thompson as well, and as their last player, it's going to be, let's see, where is he at? 22. Oh, Nicholas Kiger, that's right. Nice dish down low, going to get rejected, but they're going to call a foul there on Reed Daniels, it appears.
The game is off to a pretty intense start, Daniel, but both teams have got to settle down and lock in and clean up some of what's going on this court.
Yeah, it's definitely very typical. They'll settle in soon, I'm sure. Free throw here is going to break up the pace a little bit. Braden Thompson's going to be taking the first free throws of the game. Off the glass for the first one, it's good. LSU is definitely a very athletic team. They play very fast and they play very aggressive defense. Looking to see what their offense can provide with Kashin Nat being so effective and efficient. In his last game, he had a lot of free throw opportunities. We'll see if he's trying to penetrate today and make some opportunities for himself. Braden Thompson's going to miss the second one, so we're going to be still at 3-1 here to start the game early. Errant pass again there by Hammond, going to fly out of bounds to the scorer's table. Better tell him to duck.
You know, Kashi shows up on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, he does pretty well, as he also leads the team in rebounds, averaging just a little over 10 rebounds per game.
Yeah, and he had 5 blocks in his last game against Southwest, which is kind of staggering if you think about it, and 2 steals to go along with that. He's definitely a playmaker in every aspect of his game. He has the ball right now because she's going to look down low, and he's going to get the foul on the and one. Braden Thompson again. Braden Thompson looking for the ball early, definitely trying to get in the paint and make his presence felt. Damian Thomas is going to have his presence felt as well if he wants to slow down this paint pressure.
The bench was definitely feeling that and one. We've seen a lot of excitement over there.
Yeah, I'm sure they're feeling good at the way their season's been going so far. I mean, they're killing it. Every time they step on the court, it's almost like an automatic win.
Right.
The Stallions have played well as well, though. They're definitely not a team you can count out, especially not late in the game. Braden Thompson's going to miss his free throw there, so he's not going to capitalize on the three-point opportunity. Whoa, crazy pass there to keep it in bounds by E.J. Wynn. Hammond's got the ball now at the top of the key, going to give it to Damian Thomas, who's trying to make something happen on his own. Going to kick it out to Tevin Gowns, back to the corner to Oakley Lewis, driving, going to put the shot up. Oakley Lewis with a nice finish. Little double clutch there to finish it off. Avoid the defensive block. So already some early substitutions here. We had E.J. Wynn come in. It looks like he replaced Reed Daniels. It looks like LSU Alexandria's got somebody coming in as well. We'll get an update on who that is in just a second. Kashin Nat with the pass that looks like it got broke up there by Hammond. Active hands there. The Stallions are so stingy. They have very active hands, but it can get them into trouble at times. So if they can kind of minimize the fouls and keep the pressure, that'll be very effective for them.
That's an example right there.
Kashin with a nice pull-up, but he's going to be a little short. Braden Thompson's fighting for the ball right now. He's got an open look down low, and that's going to be Caleb Pouncey, who was the substitution, it appears, already making his presence felt with a nice bucket. Tie game here. Damian Thomas, they're going to call him for a travel. The ball's going the other way. So inbounding for LSU is going to be E.J. McKillen. And taking the ball down the court is Isaiah Howard. Tevin Gowns is going to be covering him at the top of the key. Pouncey with the ball. He's going to swing it to Kashin Nat. Back to the top for Braden Thompson. Back down low to Thompson. He seems to have the ball a lot. And there's Isaiah Howard, who's just a little short, but Kashin with the nice rebound and finish. Offensive rebounds are going to be key in this game. Who's going to get the most opportunities for buckets?
Those second chance points is kind of what had NAU fall short in this last matchup. LSUA just edged them over just a little bit with those second point chances.
Yeah, those are always essential for these games. Just the more opportunities you can create, the more chances you get with the ball, more opportunities for fouls that you can get called for in your favor. Anytime you have a chance for second chance opportunities, it's definitely a big difference maker in a lot of outcomes for these games. Tevin Gowns is going to get the ball here, inbounded by Hammond. Nice spin move to get some separation. Very sticky defense there by Isaiah Howard. He's not letting him get by easy. Thomas is going to set a screen. Hammond's going to come around at the wing. Thought about it. Back out to Wynn, back to Hammond.
Shot clock is winding down.
Oh, Tevin Gowns with the shot there. Very good defense. Oh, nice hands by Wynn. That's his forte, man. He does not miss with those hands very often. Very
Folks,
active
if
hands.
you take your eyes off this game, you will miss something.
Yeah, it's a guarantee. Thomas got fouled there, I believe. He's going to have a chance at the free throw line. Damian Thomas did not play in the last game that they played against Texas A&M San Antonio, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays. I'm assuming he might have had an injury that prevented him from playing, but he seems to be in good shape right now. It wasn't a shooting foul, it appears, so they're going to be inbounding the ball. Thomas has it at the top. Oh, a little collision there with Hammond and Thomas, a little sloppy. Nice pass down low to Hammond, finger roll, nice off the glass. We got a tie game here still, it's very back and forth. Kashi with a nice pass down, but EJ win again, he's always there. But another errant pass, unfortunate there by Jaden Jackson. With the lob there to Pouncey, can't finish. Another fast break opportunity. Hammond with another chance here. Gonna get the foul call and one. Hammond with a tough finish. The bench is very excited, as they should be. A lot of energy this game early, Lauren. It's interesting to see. Very
early, and I'm just hoping that they're able to contain it so they're able to execute.
Yeah. Well, they got to stay off the court, too. They might get a foul call for that.
Right.
A little technical. Hammond going to take his opportunity here.
Not yet, guys. It's not halftime. We don't need the performance yet.
Hammond, and he's not going to be able to convert. Pouncey with the rebound. He's going to take it up the court. And number 2 on the floor for LSU Alexandria is Xavier Smith, his first time in the game. She's going to get a foul call, it looks like, here. So we're going to have another inbound, which is going to be from Xavier Smith. And yet another substitution.
You know, Daniel, I will say that this game has been off to a really, really fast start, especially LSUA's offense. As you can see, the defensive side from NAU is kind of getting a little bit messy.
Yeah.
So.
Some space, a really wide open look here. And he's going to splash it. Very nice shot, good stroke there. That was Keon Garor. I apologize if I might have mispronounced that last name, but nonetheless, a great shot. A wide open look. Like you said, Lauren, the defense kind of fell apart there. They got great ball movement, the Generals do. But we'll see if the Stallions can try and counter that. Jaden Jackson with the ball at the top, going to swing it to Hammond at the wing, down to the corner. Step back 3 from Thomas, and he comes up short. Kashi's going to get the rebound. Kashi. And he's driving, nice jump step. Somehow got the ball to the corner there. Keon, but again, going to be a steal. Jaden Jackson. Hammond's going to pull it, and he can't convert. But Damian Thomas somehow got the board. A bit of a collision there in the block. Hammond's going to look to set up a play here. They're going to try and run some offense. They've been relying on fast breaks early in this game. Like to see EJ Wynn get involved. He's been a very active participant in these games, scoring and defensively. Great put up there by, that was Oakley Lewis with another bucket. Oakley's been active in this game as well. And we got some new people at the scorers table here. Looks like we're gonna have
number 10 for NAU checking in.
Yes, that is going to be Caleb Malik. Jaden Jackson bringing the ball down the court. At the top of the key there, some jab steps, trying to set something up. He blew off the pick that Thomas was trying to set for him. Oakley in the short corner. He's going to put up another shot. Comes up a little short, but EJ Wynn with a nice offensive rebound. Oakley Lewis is able to capitalize on that. Great dish there by EJ Wynn to find the open man.
You know, Daniel, ultimately, I think this game is going to come down to who is able to execute on both ends of the ball, who is the cleanest, who is the most disciplined on both ends of the ball.
Most definitely. All these games come down to who's going to have the most efficient scoring, who's going to hold on to the ball and not make or limit the most mistakes. Kashi's going to pass it out.
Looks like he got tied up underneath the basket there as well.
Yeah, Jaden Jackson's going to come up with the ball somehow.
Up,
nice hands
the ball.
there. Hammond driving. Didn't get the foul call. He was trying to draw that there, but Kashi is right there yet again. Xavier Smith has the ball on the wing right now. He's talking to the ref. They're getting a timeout call here. I think everybody needs a break after the pace of that first half so far. 9 minutes in. Very intense game so far. Very sloppy, but it's starting to come together a little bit. But we are going to take a break with On Clutch. We'll be back soon. Little rough start. Oh. We good?
You're watching this broadcast free of charge, thanks to our amazing corporate sponsors and viewers like you. Your support makes it possible to bring this content to everyone at no cost. To ensure broadcasts like this and all On Clutch content remain free, we need your help. Share this broadcast, like it, and leave a comment. Every interaction keeps us going strong. Thank you for being part of the On Clutch family.
So we're going to have the Generals inbounding the ball here. It looks like Jakeem Abney is checking in for the first time potentially, giving the ball up. Oh, and he's got the ball back, but he gives it back yet again.
Quick score update, Daniel. The NAU Stallions currently have 13 points, while the LSU Generals are trailing with 10.
Yeah, the Stallions are going to look to keep this lead here. Sean Fry's first shot of the game, first time in the game, is going to be a little long. And they're not going to retain the ball. They thought they might have had it there, but inbounding is going to be Caleb Pouncey now.
I'm starting to see a little hands on the hips, Daniel. It seems like people are starting to get a little tired.
Yeah, definitely going to need some rest here. Going to have to get the substitutions off and keep guys going. So Jordan DeCour has also entered the game for the first time. We'll see if he's able to make something happen for the Generals. Kick it out there, and a long shot from Isaiah Howard. And the Generals are gonna keep the ball. Looks like it might have went out of bounds on Sean Fry potentially. Anthony Ingwu has also entered the game for the Stallions. He's a bit of a presence down there. He's got a little bit of size to him, so we'll see if he can be a bit of a paint presence filling in there for Damian Thomas, who's taking a seat on the bench for now. Reed Daniels going to give it to Jaden Jackson coming on the left side of the court. Going to be covered by Jordan DeCour. Nice crossover there. He's going to cut back left. Going to look to pass here. And swing to the corner. Oh. Nice dish inside, but it couldn't quite get there. Looks like we're going to have Stallions possession still, but with 9 seconds on the shot clock, so they're going to have to make something happen quick here.
I think that last call was just a peek into the physicality that we're about to see throughout this whole game.
Well, it's going to have to be physical. Both these teams really want to win here, especially the Stallions, who want to pull off an upset, which would be very impressive based on how the Generals have been playing this entire season. Caleb Malik was going to look to shoot, but they threw it up there. Jaden Jackson tried to shoot one. Oh my goodness, what a finish there by Jordan DeCour. The backboard is shaking currently as we speak from that block attempt, but couldn't quite reach it. Great shot there, great touch. Jaden Jackson's gonna drive. Nice try there, couldn't quite get the roll. Good defense by the Generals to collapse that lane. We're gonna get a shot here from EJ McKillen, not quite good. Isaiah Howard gonna pass back out. And DeCour gonna put up a layup and one. Jordan DeCour just came in the game, but he's already making his presence felt for sure. He's looking very impressive in the paint there with some big bodies down there, because he's not the biggest guy on the floor right now. And it looks like the Stallions are adjusting to that. They're gonna bring Damian Thomas back in. Jaden Jackson, Anthony Ingwu, let's see, who else just walked off? Caleb Malik just walked off, and I believe Reed Daniels did as well. So we basically have a whole new lineup besides, I believe, EJ Wynn.
You know, Daniel, I mentioned earlier that in the matchup between these two teams in December, that NAU was unable to respond to the depth of Louisiana. So I'm interested to see how they tailor their substitutions to that today.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle between the coaches here. There's been a little bit of a mind game going on, trying to figure out who's going to get the matchups that they're looking for. But as of right now, it looks like they're doing a pretty good job based on the score. It's a pretty close game here. 1 point lead for the Generals. Hammond's going to be inbounding here. Tevin Gowns has the ball. He's going to pass it back to Hammond, though. Hammond's very comfortable bringing the ball up the court. Going to kick it to Damian Thomas in the corner. He thought about it. Sean Fry, nice crossover. Going to kick it to Oakley Lewis. Back to Hammond at the wing. Oh, nice hands there.
LSUA's defense has been pretty impressive thus far.
Oakley Lewis with the three, and it's good. Oakley Lewis playing a very good game tonight when he's been in the game. Oh, nice move there, but a little strong on the finish. Definitely faked me out. I thought he was dishing that. Oh, nice pass by Fry as well.
Slow it down. That's how you change the tempo right here.
Fry really thought about that corner. He's very good in the corners, very efficient. That's where he makes his money. Jordan Decor is a very good defender as of right now. He's,
I believe that's what people say is nothing but net, yeah. Daniel.
And we are going to go back to break. We'll be right back. This is only on Clutch. Welcome back to college basketball tip-off only on Clutch. So it appears that the Generals needed to take a break there to reassess some things because the Stallions just went on an impressive 6-0 run, making it 19-14 with 8:32 left in the first half. The Generals have the ball now. They're bringing it up slow, trying to preserve some clock, kind of see what the defense is looking like here. EJ McKillen has the ball. We're going to get a screen from Jordan Decor, but he's going to bypass, throw a lob to Kashi Nat with the finish. What a slam. That's what they did out of the break. They planned that play, they were deliberate, and they got exactly what they wanted. Very nice coaching there, and very nice execution by the players. Sean
and LSU Hayes heading back down.
And another dunk there. EJ McKillen. So very impressive out of the break. Exactly what the Generals were looking for, but it looks like they might have a defensive issue, but Oakley Lewis just can't quite finish that. Might have rushed that a bit. But EJ's bringing the ball back. Looking for Kashi. Ooh, what a crossover, but he couldn't quite hold on to it. Ended up as a nice pass somehow. Great block there by Damian Thomas, and that's what they're going to need him to do all night. Hammond driving baseline, couldn't quite finish. Stallions appear to need to slow down a bit when they get down, run some plays.
You know, Daniel, I would probably be a little rushed too if I'm going down the court and just see a sea of purple in front of the basket that I'm trying to get to.
They're in the paint, they're ready. But we're gonna get a charge call actually there. So nice defensive play. I believe that was Hammond who took that charge. So he's gonna be inbounding now, gonna have to shake off that contact because he did get trucked. This is not football. They're not used to that contact.
You know, many football players believe that they can play basketball. I wonder if that is true for North America's roster, if we have some former football student athletes.
A few of these guys look like they might be able to. They had some some weight on him. Thomas at the wing here, guarded by Braden Thompson. It's going to be a key matchup tonight between those two. They're probably the biggest guys on the court. Sean Fry is going to try to get a shot look here, but he can't. But a nice find to Hammond, who can't quite hold on. Hammond with a crossover driving baseline. Going to put a fadeaway up and a little long. Shot clock was running low there. She's pushing down the court. Can't finish, but he's going to get the foul call on Sean Fry. She is very good at getting in the paint and forcing these fouls. So if they get into foul trouble early, the Stallions, it could be trouble. It's going to lead to some points later in the game.
I think NAU needs to capitalize on this right now and clean up their fouls before
it gets too late.
Before it gets too late, for sure.
We're going to have a substitution soon, probably due to the fouls that are going on here. EJ Wynn's going to come in, I suspect for Fry, just because of what just transpired, but you never know. And Kashi's going to cash that one.
Kashi cashes the bucket.
So actually, Oakley Lewis is going to take a seat here. So we're going to have the dynamic duo of Sean Fry and EJ Wynn. They always seem to light it up when they're on the floor. They bring great defense and great shooting. So we're going to see if they can make something happen here to try and get that lead back that they gave up very quickly after that last timeout. And Kashi's going to get the lead back 20-19 now. Kashi is racking up the points. And a foul there by Braden Thompson on Damian Thomas, who's trying to do his own thing, getting in the paint. We've got some conversation down here with the officials. Gonna try and figure out what's going on here. So Damian Thomas is gonna get some free throws here. Looks like they sorted everything out. Maybe trying to identify who the foul was actually gonna be on. And the first, oh, he's not gonna cash in on that.
Free throws are gonna be crucial in a game like this.
For sure. Nice finish there by Jakeeman Abney. Tevin Gow's getting pressured there. They're going to keep the ball, but they're starting to press full court here. So the Stallions, this has been something that they have struggled with all year, is the full court presses, the half court presses. Oh, but they get a nice inbound look. Sean Fry's going to pull it, and he's going to miss everything there. And Thomas can't bring it in as well, so very sloppy. They're going to have to clean things up, but you know, this is kind of how these games go sometimes. Active hands by Tevin Gowns there to knock that ball out. Looking for Kashi at the wing, who's going to have an open look. So that was a great play there by Tevin Gowns to kind of break things up. He's not the biggest guy on the court, but he's got some bounce. Inbounding is EJ. He's going to get that ball out there to, oh, well, hold on. Yeah, Jakeem's got the ball here. He's going to look to the corner. Jakeem's going to pull a three, and he's just going to rim out. Close shot. EJ's going to get a look, and he cashes in the corner. Yeah, these offensive rebounds, man, they're going to be crucial down the stretch because, oh, Braden Thompson just obliterated the ball after Hammond tried to put that layup on a fast break. And Abney's going to put up another one, going to come up short. Yeah, these second chance opportunities are going to make a huge difference in this game. It already is leaving his print on the game. As Damian Thomas tries to throw a poster down on somebody, but going to come up short. Very fast-paced game. These guys need to settle down a bit, it appears. Try and cool off. They're going to need some substitution soon. Looks like we have Isaiah Howard checking in for Jakeem Abney.
The score is now 25-19 LSUA.
And you see how fast the score just changed there. I mean, it was 19-14, I believe, not too long ago, and NAU has not been able to get anything going. They've had a few opportunities, but they're kind of rushing their pace on offense. They're not getting good looks, and they're not finishing when they have the opportunity. So definitely got to get that cleaned up and slow it down a bit. But it's not easy when you're getting full court pressed like this, and we'll see if they can do something about it. Looks like they got away this time. They're going to have an open look. He passed up the look, but EJ Wynn went for the slam. Didn't get the foul call.
But he surely was looking for it.
I mean, wow. A hard foul there by Damian Thomas on Kashi Nat. Probably going to feel that one tomorrow, but he's balling, so he might not care. Wow. I mean, it's just so back and forth, I can't even keep up, man. They're just, 1 second they're getting dunked on the other side, and then they're running down the other end, and it's just nonstop.
The game is just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, very quickly.
These guys must do a lot of conditioning because it is crazy how much these guys are running right now. It's not track and field, but it feels like it. Doing some relays here, some suicides. Well, we're going to get some free throws here from Kashinat. Let's see if he can capitalize on this one. Try and make it a 7-point game. And he can.
And he can.
He's going to get another opportunity here. We got Jordan DeCour coming in for EJ McKillen. And that is going to be their adjustment right now. Probably just because EJ needs a rest. He's been very active as of this point in the game. Cashy's going to cash the next one as well. So Hammond's not ready for the ball. It's going to bounce off his back, but luckily they weren't pressing there. The Generals weren't. EJ's going to drive. EJ is trying to posterize everybody. He gets the foul call there. I mean, that's a good strategy if you want to get a foul call and get some points on the board. They gotta get some momentum back, Lauren. It's not been very clean the last 5 minutes or so. Well, it's a very fun game up to this point. I mean, the pace is outstanding. Might be to the detriment of the Stallions up to this point, and they cannot finish on these free throws and get some easy points. So
NAU has to score before going into the half if they want to continue on in this game.
They got to close this gap. They got to make it a couple possessions, not almost a 10-point game here. He's going to cash in that one, so they got a point now. 7-point game with 5 minutes to go. And we have Isaiah Howard bringing the ball up. He's going to pass it to Jordan DeCour, passes up a shot. Going to pass it back to Isaiah, who's going to kick it over to Xavier Smith. Oh, he stepped out there. He definitely hit the baseline. Great defense by Hammond there, putting some pressure on him, forcing him to that baseline. So the Stallions are going to get the ball back. Here's their chance to create some momentum. You have the ball. You're getting pressed, but this is an opportunity because you're going to get an open look if you can get the ball past half court.
When you have the ball in your possession, Daniel, you have got to score.
Yeah, at least a few times because it has not been going that way. They're going to try and make their way. EJ is going to do a jump step, almost traveled there. Tried to find Hammond on the baseline, but it was a good cut, but nice bounce pass, just couldn't quite make it there. Too many purple guys down there. The Generals are very active on defense. They're all over the place, and they communicate very well. It just goes to show you why they've been so successful this season. Hammond's going to take the ball from Thomas at the top of the key. He's going to look to score, it appears. He's going to swing it. And that ball is going to be a little long there.
Ooh, getting tied up in there.
That was Adarius Blanks who took that three. I believe it's his first time checking in. So EJ Wynn is standing at the free throw line. He's going to be trying again. He's not been very efficient from that spot as of this point, but always time to turn it around. They can make it a 5-point game here, which would be great. They really need that. They want to keep it close by halftime. They don't want to let this get too far out. EJ's going to convert his first one, which is the first time he's done that this game. And we'll see if he can cash in two, which would be great.
A quote from Coach Dozie in the post-game after LSUA's last matchup. He said, "We were right there at halftime, and we just let things slip away in the second half. Hopefully, hopefully these Stallions can catch up to them before the half is over and come back out in the second half punching."
That's a great point, Lauren. I mean, I'm sure that the last matchup, it went a lot like this, where they were keeping it close, but they kind of let it get away from them. So EJ's going to take a shot. Going to go a little long there.
A pretty athletic jump from Mr. Hammond there.
Damian Thomas with an open three, and he makes it. Wow, Damian Thomas is very efficient from three.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, well, he's usually not the guy taking all the threes, but when he gets when he heat checks it, he gets going. He can make something happen from there. It's not his favorite spot on the court, but he can make it happen. Howard going to put up a shot there. Not going to make it. going to be General's ball still, but the Stallions are not happy about that call. Looks like Jakeem Abney's going to come in for, that is going to be Xavier Smith taking the bench and Braden Thompson taking a seat in favor of, it looks like Pouncey's coming in. Yeah. A little bit of trouble inbounding there from, that was Isaiah Howard. Some discussion here. Looks like they're gonna let him inbound again. I'm not sure what the issue was there, or they blew the whistle, but regardless, it is going to be an inbound from Isaiah Howard. He's gonna have EJ at the top. He's gonna put a floater up with a nice floater.
Wow.
Right over EJ Wynn's head. He was not quite ready for that. Jaden Jackson coming down the court, still getting pressed here. He's gonna find EJ Wynn to, oh my gosh, Thomas with another three, comes up short. And Abney with the board, gonna find EJ coming down the right side.
It seems like NAU has yet to figure out LSUA's defense.
Yeah, they're just having trouble getting to the paint. Oh, and a rough slip there. I hope he's okay. That was Adarius Blanks. Yeah, he looks like he slipped there. Might have to clean that court up on that sideline by the General's bench. That looked like a bit dangerous there, but he's okay. He shook it off. EJ Wynn's going to come off the floor here for Oakley Lewis, who has been playing very well up to this point. 4-point game with 2:42 left to go in the half. Not a bad margin here. Definitely comebackable at this point. If they can get it to a tie game or even take a lead before half, that would be huge for the Stallions. Going into halftime with a lead would give them the momentum and a chance to really come out fast and try and pull away at some point, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They just got to play defense right now and quit fouling as much and convert at the free throw line. So a few things to clean up, but all very doable. We're going to get an inbound here from EJ. And I believe that is Isaiah Howard getting pressed there by Blanks. Abney with the ball at the top, gonna swing it back to Howard, back to Abney. Gonna get a screen from Braden Thompson. Active hands by Thomas. Defense by Thomas, gonna get the ball back and flex on him too while he's at it. Thomas is playing a very great game so far. As long as he can shoot some free throws, he'll be looking like a Stallions player of the game at this point.
Jakeem Abney fell right in front of NAU's bench. And you know the taunting just...
Bit of a vulnerable spot for him there, but I'm sure he'll shake it off. Hammond gonna pass it back to Jaden Jackson. Guarded by Abney, who's gonna swing it to Oakley Lewis. Nice hands there by, it appears that was Nicholas Keigler, but regardless, gonna be Stallions ball with 19 on the shot clock. Jaden Jackson inbounding. Looking for Oakley in the low post. Nice pass there, gonna get double teamed off the rip.
Just a little over 2 minutes remaining in the first half of this game.
And a little long there from Adarius Blanks, but a good look there. The better looks that they're getting is promising for their offense. Not so many fast breaks and rushed opportunities that they weren't converting previously. Looks like they've settled down a bit. It's gonna be General's ball inbounding. It's gonna be EJ at the top of the key. Looking to set up a play here. He's gonna drive in, kick it out to Kashi, who's gonna drive. Nice find, but he traveled one too many steps down there in the box. That's gonna result in a turnover. But, I mean, it happens. Hammond's got the ball coming down now. A huge possession here for the Stallions. Potentially make it a one-score game. Oakley looking for the dream shake, but he's gonna throw it out of bounds into the Gatorade.
It appears that communication is really hindering the Stallions this evening.
Yeah, they're not on the same page. So many times they've come down the court, balls have been thrown out of bounds, or they've given up steals or missed some open looks, so they're gonna have to clean that up at halftime. I'm sure Coach Doze has something for that. On the other hand, the Generals have been very, very good at communicating at this point, but there's a steal right there from Damian Thomas. bit of a bad pass. Of course, right on cue, a miscommunication there from the Generals. Jay Jackson looking to the corner. And it's going to be Cash.
For a Stallion 3. So, Daniel, we are now within 1 point of the Generals.
Yeah, huge comeback here. Trying to keep it close. That was Joseph Cormier. His first shot of the game is good from the corner. That's a good sign. Because she's going to drive. Nice Euro step in the finish with the left. Very comfortable in the paint.
Just over 40 seconds remaining in the first half of the game.
3-point game here as well. So we're going to have 2 possessions, it looks like, 1 for each team unless the Stallions take an early shot. Jaden Jackson trying to keep it slow with the pace here at the wing. Going to drive. He's got Isaiah Howard on him. Going to kick it to Oakley. Tries to throw it to the corner, but good hands there by Kashi Nat. So it looks like it's going to be Stallions ball inbounding from somewhere in the corner, which is a spot the Stallions have been very comfortable with this year. They've gotten a lot of good looks from this corner. Jaden Jackson gonna get the ball, he's gonna drive, gonna put up a tough shot, can't finish, looking for a foul. I got stepped on, but Kashi's looking to the corner. That's EJ with the corner 3, and he can't convert. But Kashi with the rebound.
Kashi had a nice little spin move.
Wide open. This one up.
Yes.
Slam! With the bounce there.
We have some people on the bench going head top.
And Kashi couldn't quite finish there. So we're gonna go to halftime, 31-30, Generals leading. Very interesting game so far, very high pace, but very fun game so far, Lauren.
I agree, Daniel.
All right, we're gonna go to break. We'll be back after the half. This is college basketball tip-off only on Clutch.
Say, can you see?
Of North American University for his address to the North American University family, friends, and guests, Dr. Tipoff.
I would like to congratulate all the parents, families, and family members here. So could you please rise, all the family members?
I like that you had all the little side elements and the eyes and stuff.
It's very important for Be Busy and Project CAM to be a part of the school system because they need to hear not just my voice, but they need to hear another voice. And it's not about who can get to the students. I'm about it takes a village. And Be Busy and Project CAM is a part of that village. And Be Busy come in, they already know, hey, we're family, so Miss Cynthia and them, and Big Sharon and them and everybody, they open up as family.
My overall thoughts about Project CAM is it's a very good program, talking about relationships, talking about the negatives and the positives of relationships. One of the things I learned that stuck out to me the most was talking about the recent one, which is unconditional love. which is no matter what condition you're in, no matter what you've been through, what your family was like, no matter what your status in life is, I'm still gonna love you.
Remember guys, we're not here like from a place of judgment. We're here to try to comprehend that not everyone is going through the same things, right? We don't know if it was just that. There was multiple things going on at home in their own personal turmoil in their own mind. Mental health issues, we don't know. So let's all be compassionate just as human beings to one another and care about one another, take care of one another. So if you just hear anything like that, even if in your head you're like, all right, that's not where they should be at, instead of coming from a place of judgment, come from a place of caring and say, let me let somebody know, somebody that might be able to do something for us, all right? Because we hate hearing about, you know, these tragedies that do unfortunately happen in high school settings.
Mm-hmm. So when we speak on really heavy topics like, you know, being in dangerous love and stuff like that, some of these kids are actually going through these things. Like, we forget that there are some real life impacts happening, and these students need to hear that they can move past these relationships, they can learn how to communicate effectively, they can learn to leave, and that there are other outlets that they can find a trusted adult. So it's just really important that they know that they're not alone. By being able to talk about these things, they kind of see that they have a shared experience, sort of. Not all of them are going through the same thing, but they can at least relate to it.
Welcome to House of Energy, where fitness is more than just a journey. It's a community. Here you'll find strength in numbers with hip-hop cycling, extreme step, and our strength and conditioning HIIT class, FitX. Class is designed for all fitness levels. Together we push limits, reach goals, and celebrate victories, because no one has to do it alone.
What it means to me to be a lifesaver is going above and beyond.
That we are a patient-centered facility. We are family-oriented, and we believe in taking care of our community and neighborhood.
My personal favorite is being able to help.
Our staff does take into consideration, hey, this is like my mom, this is like my grandma, you know, and so the biggest factor is knowing that we don't just, hey, you know what, rush them in and out. No, we genuinely take our time to go ahead and make sure that each patient is taken care of properly.
Lifesavers is different from other providers. When you walk in through the doors, we are like family.
We're a small organization, and that gives us this family feel of, I have people that I can rely on, just like I'd call my brother and say, hey, I need help, and everyone jumps on board, and we're there for each other.
Lifesavers Emergency Room is your #1 ER for medical care. Your emergency or concern is our priority.
At Lonestar Sausage and BBQ, we specialize in homemade sausage and slow-smoked meats. Come taste the tradition. We can't wait to serve you.
We want students to go to class, we want them to focus on their degree plan, but we really want students to have some fun while they're here too.
Involvement on campus is a big part of a student success story.
My favorite thing about LSUA is the faculty relationships that I've gained. Not only do they help you during your college years, but they want you to keep in touch with them after college, and not every college does that.
It's a gym in Central Louisiana, and definitely consider LSUA. It's a great place to be.
Our customers mean absolutely everything to us. We've been on the other side of the coin to where we have no customers. Remember, we had restaurants during the pandemic. We were basically begging for people to come in and try our food. We'd even give them food for free in hopes that they would one day come back and actually buy food. So the fact that we have customers that are willing to drive an hour, 2 hours, even 3 hours away to come and eat here, we value every single one of those customers because we know what it's like being on the other side. My name is Humberto Martinez, and I am the founder of Space City Birria, Tacos, and More. We're located at 415 Milo Street, Houston, Texas, 77002.
Sophistication in a glass. Sophie's Punch is the perfect beverage for any occasion. You can choose from one of our 9 sophisticated flavors for our teas and our lemonades and our Arnold Palmers. They are available for purchase online at sophiespunch.com, and you can always stay connected to us on all social media platforms at Sophie's Punch. It's not just a drink, it's a mood.
You're watching this broadcast free of charge, thanks to our amazing corporate sponsors and viewers like you. Your support makes it possible to bring this content to everyone at no cost. To ensure broadcasts like this and all On Clutch content remain free, we need your help. Share this broadcast, like it, and leave a comment. Every interaction keeps us going strong. Thank you for being part of the On Clutch family.
Say, can you see?
Of North American University for his address to the North American University family, friends, and guests, Dr. Tipoff.
I would like to congratulate all the parents, families, and family members here. So could you please rise, all the family members?
It's very important for Be Busy and Project CAM to be a part of the school system because they need to hear not just my voice, but they need to hear another voice. And it's not about who can get to the students. I'm about it takes a village. And Be Busy and Project CAM is a part of that village. And Be Busy come in, they already know, hey, we're a family, so Miss Cynthia and them, and Big Sharon and them and everybody, they open up as family.
My overall thoughts about Project CAM is it's a very good program, talking about relationships, talking about the negatives and the positives of relationships. One of the things I learned that stuck out to me the most was talking about the recent one, which is unconditional love, which is no matter what condition you're in, no matter what you've been through, what your family was like, no matter what your status in life is, I'm still gonna love you.
Remember guys, we're not here like from a place of judgment. We're here to try to comprehend that not everyone is going through the same things, right? We don't know if it was just that. There was multiple things going on at home in their own personal turmoil in their own mind. Mental health issues, we don't know. So let's all be compassionate just as human beings to one another and care about one another, take care of one another. So if you just hear anything like that, even if in your head you're like, all right, that's not where they should be at, instead of coming from a place of judgment, come from a place of caring and say, let me let somebody know, somebody that might be able to do something for us, all right? Because we hate hearing about, these tragedies that do unfortunately happen in high school settings.
Mm-hmm. So when we speak on really heavy topics like, being in dangerous love and stuff like that, some of these kids are actually going through these things. Like, we forget that there are some real life impacts happening, and these students need to hear that they can move past these relationships. They can learn how to communicate effectively. They can learn to leave, and that there are other outlets that they can find a trusted adult. So it's just really important that they know that they're not alone. By being able to talk about these things, they kind of see that they have a shared experience, sort of. Not all of them are going through the same thing, but they can at least relate to it.
Stallions Generals game.
So Danielle, how are you feeling about that first half of basketball on both sides of the ball from both teams?
Well, starting with the Stallions, I would say that it was a good start to the game. They got off to a kind of early lead. It was like 19-14 around 12, 11 minutes. And then there was a huge timeout that kind of changed the dynamics of the game that the Generals took. And they went on a crazy 9-0 run to get a big lead. And it was really sloppy at that point for the Stallions. So what really happened was the Stallions had to find themselves again and kind of reset, find the right matchups. And they came back in and they kind of clawed their way back up to a 1-point deficit. So starting in the second half, it's going to be a battle of the offensive rebounds. It's going to be a battle of who can make the least amount of mistakes, really. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how the Stallions kind of change that mentality and try to regain that momentum that they were kind of picking up near the end there. So we're going to have Hammond inbounding the ball to Tevin Gowns, who didn't see much action there as much at the end of that second half, but he's back in running the point. He's going to drive in and kick it to Thomas, who pump fakes, gets Braden Thomas on his toes. Tevin Gowns with a three, but he's going to come up short. So Cashy Nat is playing very well up to this point, as expected. And so we're going to see what he's able to do in this second half, if he can continue on his tear. Howard's gonna kick it out, and that was EJ who splashes the first three. The net is stuck on the rim. That's how you know it was pure. I love it when that happens. Hammond gonna break through the defense there, but gonna make a bad pass that Tevin Gowns is able to reel in. Gonna take it to the top of the key. A screen from Oakley Lewis, gonna get the ball now. Hammond with the ball is gonna drive. Find Gowns in the corner, but great defense there by the Generals, suffocating defense. And we're going to get a foul on Hammond. Looks like a little trip up there. He got Howard's legs.
It seems in the second half that the Stallions are still coming out fast, starting fast.
And equally as fast, I would say, are the Generals with their defensive pace. They are all over the Stallions with their press. They're going to have to wipe off the court here after that fall, try and keep these players safe. We saw a fall earlier. I believe the guy was...
We saw a few, actually.
Yeah. Adirius Blanks took a hard fall over there by the sideline, so they're going to try and limit some of those things, keep these guys safe out here. It's the main priority. But we're going to get Generals ball now. They got a quick 3 to start the half, almost a minute in, so it's 34-30 now. Got some communication down low from the Stallions. That's a good sign. We'll see if they can keep that up. Howard's going to kick it out to number 21, who's going to be a little long on his 3 there, but they're going to get an offensive rebound, the Generals are. Kashinet's going to lose it. Going to take a hard hit to the head. I know that hurt. I hope he's all right.
Almost a booty bump, if you ask me.
Hammond with the 3. He's going to splash it. Nice shot there by Hammond. Great find by Thomas running baseline. Well, that's a good start for the Stallions. Nice open look. Kind of off that turnover that the Generals had. She's looking okay. He might have been a little shook up, but he's back. Howard's going to take it to the top of the key, going to find number 21 over there on the wing, down to Braden Thompson.
It seems like NAU has tightened up on the defense just a little bit, but not enough.
Yeah, Braden Thompson's
to
great
stop
in the post.
that shot.
Great post move with a little hook over. Thomas is a very tall defender, often referred to as the trees. Tevin Gowan's going to kick it to the corner. Oakley Lewis thought about it, got him to jump, but he's going to spin back towards baseline. He's trying to find a look, and he can't get it to roll in. I like the aggression there by Oakley Lewis, trying to get some pressure in the paint early, trying to set the tone. Isaiah Howard going to kick it to Kashi, who's trying to slow things down a bit, set up a play here. LSU Alexandria's coach is trying to get some communication going. 21's going to drive, going to kick it down to Braden Thompson. Nice find there. Braden Thompson with the easy finish.
It seems like the LSU A's bench is a little bit more talkative this time. We're hearing defense chants.
Yeah, they're trying to get the energy up. Nice find there by Tevin Gowns. Going to get a foul there for... That was Reed Daniels, who's going to draw the foul. He's going to get a chance here, try to make it a 3-point game, hopefully. But we're going to have a substitution from the Stallions. It looks like E.J. Wynn or Sean Fry. I believe that's E.J. Wynn with the pink shoes, Fry with the green shoes. Easy way to remember those two. That's their signature.
Cosmo and Wanda, we see you.
Reed's going to make his first free throw. Very nice. Going to try and cash in 2 of them.
We're in the second half of this game, Daniel, and these easy free throw points and those second chance points are going to be so crucial on both ends for both teams.
100%.
To be able to pull off a win.
And he's going to cash in his second free throw. And that's something it sounds easy, but, I mean, in that first half, it was not an easy feat for them to accomplish to make those free throws. So they could have a lead right now if they had converted some of those, actually. But they're going to try and make do on these opportunities they got now. Looks like they substituted Reed Daniels right after that free throw in favor of E.J. Wynn, so he was the one they ended up moving. 21 with a deep 3 is going to rattle out. Nice rebound there with 3 purple jerseys around him from Damian. That was Damian Thomas with the rebound, but it's going to go out of bounds at the scorer's table. Coach has the ball now. I know he wants to shoot it.
One thing I can say is hindering the Stallions from North American right now are these passes. Some of these passes are not being well thought out. They're not clean.
They're rushed. They're very rushed. And it goes to, it's a testament to how well that the LSU Generals defense is, how well they communicate and how they're all over the place. Nice pass to Kashi. He's going to take a 3, and he's going to be a little short. Oakley, he got fouled on that rebound. Looks like the Stallions are going to retain the ball there.
It is now 38-35. Generals with 16 minutes and 21 seconds left
and
in
this half
the
is
second half.
Flying by, if you ask me. Almost 4 minutes in already. I feel like we just started. Already a few fouls on the Generals, which is huge for the Stallions down the stretch. Tevin Gowan's going to hit the brakes there. Crossover left. He's going to find Hammond in the middle maybe. No, he passes it up for Thomas at the wing. He's going to pass back to Hammond at the other wing. Looking for some separation. Got a great look for E.J. Wynn. Going to put it up and comes up short. But Hammond with the great rebound stays in bounds. Going to kick it to Wynn again, who's got Tevin Gowns to the corner. Damian Thomas can't convert. Well, it's going to be Kashi coming down the court. Oh, nice.
And Hammond has possession of the ball.
Hammond going to try and draw a foul. He's going to get it. Can't convert the shot, but he's going to get more free throw opportunities. Hammond was not the most efficient from the free throw line in the first half, but he's looking to change that and try to bring this game into 1-point deficit. Very impressive defense there by Hammond throughout this second half so far. He's been all over the place. He's in the right positions. He's playing instinctually, and that's something he's going to have to stick to his guts here because so far it's been working out in his favor. Stallions are definitely trying to find some paint points. It's very apparent that they're trying to drive in. They're trying to create fouls. They've done a very good job so far. The more they do that, the more they're going to have success later in the game. Hammond's going to convert on his first attempt. Interesting that they're moving Damian Thomas out of the paint here, off the blocks. So it doesn't look like they're aiming for an offensive rebound. I guess they got a lot of faith that Hammond's going to drain this. They want that tall defense down back for the Generals approach when they're coming down on offense. Braden Thompson down there has been a presence early in the game, been a little bit quieter as of late, but he's looking to get back involved. He's going to set a screen for EJ, going to pound 21, swing it to the corner. He's going to find EJ at the top of the key. Tevin Gowns playing defense on him. A lot of ball movement, but not very effective at this point. Got a screen from Braden Thompson. He's going to pull up. EJ's going to be a little long. Messy rebounding there. Had an opportunity, but the Generals are going to retain the ball. Find Braden Thompson with a mismatch. Yeah, Tevin Gowns has a size disadvantage down in the paint there. If the Generals can continue to find those mismatches, they're going to have a lot of success, Lauren.
The Generals are still leading, Daniel, 40-37 with just over 15 minutes remaining in the half.
Yeah, they're hanging on to that lead. We're going to go to break here. This is college basketball tip-off only on Clutch.
Point to where we have no customers. Remember, we had restaurants during the pandemic. We were basically begging for people to come in and try our food. We'd even give them food for free in hopes that they would one day come back and actually buy food. So the fact that we have customers that are willing to drive an hour, 2 hours, even 3 hours away to come and eat here, we value every single one of those customers because we know what it's like being on the other side. My name is Humberto Martinez, and I am the founder of Space City Birria, Tacos, and More. We're located at 415 Milo Street, Houston, Texas, 77002.
And we are back. College basketball tip-off only on Clutch. We got Tevin Gowns bringing the ball up the right side of the court here, trying to set up some offense after that timeout. Gonna get thought we were getting a screen from Hammond, but he peeled off. EJ Wynn's gonna drive and gonna lose the ball there. Great defense by Braden Thompson. Gonna be driving from EJ, but he gets stripped. Great defense from the Stallions yet again. Oakley Lewis trying to set something up here. He's going to find E.J. Wynn at the top. He's going to drive in, push the paint, couple spins, and he's going to draw the foul yet again. Braden Thompson's got to be very careful here of getting into foul trouble because these Stallions are running, and they are not holding back in the paint. They are throwing shoulders and throwing the ball at the rim and getting a lot of free throw opportunities. Just like we talked about, Lauren, free throw opportunities are essential for the Stallions in this game because of the opponent that they're facing and how effective that they are when they have the ball. We're going to see E.J. Wynn putting up a free throw here.
If Wynn knocks this down.
And he does.
All right.
2-point game now, 40-38.
EJ Wynn has a chance to make this a 1-point game.
So Braden Thompson's going to hit the bench along with number 21. I apologize, I don't have his name, but he did have effective minutes on the floor. So these substitutions are key because they're trying to keep these guys fresh and they're trying to keep these guys out of foul trouble for the Generals. Sean Fry's going to check in for the Stallions in favor of Tevin Gowns, who probably just needs a break after that. He looks winded over there on the sidelines. He was running a lot, playing great defense. Kashi's going to put it up, going to draw the foul on Damian Thomas, who appeared to get the block there, but a little too much contact. So now it's going to be the Generals' turn to shoot some free throws. Their first of the half, I believe.
It is the second half, and both teams are growing more tired, so I can only imagine that we are going to see more fouls, especially because they haven't been playing a particularly clean defense on NAU's behalf.
We could probably expect to see a bit of a sloppy game yet again, but that's okay because they're playing hard and it's a fun, exciting game to watch at this point so far. A bit of a low-scoring game, but I mean that just goes to show you the defense that these guys are playing and the energy that they're playing with. They do not want to lose. That competitive drive is in full force right now. Looks like we're going to get another substitution for the Generals. It appears that is going to be Jakeem Abney's checking back in. He was very effective when he had minutes in the first half. Didn't see as much action late in the first half, but he's checked back in. And Kashi is going to convert both free throws, which is expected. He's definitely the leading scorer as of right now for the Generals. The full court press is back on, but we're going to get an open look, but EJ couldn't quite find him. We're going to try and throw it off the leg of Abney, but it's not going to work out. Ooh! Kashi with the one-hand slam. No mercy on that one.
And the net is painted like how you like, Daniel. He did that one just for you.
That only usually happens on shots, so I don't know how much pressure was on that dunk, but, I mean, that might have broke the sound barrier with how hard he threw that down. My goodness. That was thrilling. Definitely the most exciting dunk of the game so far. We're looking to see more of those, hopefully, from the Stallions, but, I mean, a great play is a great play, regardless of who's doing it. Sean Fry's going to take it up. They're back with the full court press. Very sloppy, but they're going to get EJ Wynn down the low post. Oakley's going to put it up. Can't draw the foul. And Jakeem Abney's going to get the rebound. He's going to find EJ McKillen, who's going to find Abney. Back to McKillen in the corner. Covered by Hammond. Hammond trying to get a hand up. EJ's going to put the floater, draw the foul, but can't convert. The net is still like that. I'm surprised no one's jumped and grabbed that. It's usually kind of distracting. I guess they like it. Oh, I think we're going to get it. Yep, the ref's going to take care of that for us. So EJ's going to get some free throws now. The Stallions need to be careful here because this is kind of how it went when they started reeling in that first half and started losing that momentum. We now have a 4-point game. A missed free throw there by EJ, which is huge for the Stallions. Looks like we're going to get a substitution here. Tevin Gowns, and that is Caleb Malik checking in for Hammond and Oakley. And the Generals are going to be bringing in Kieri Haynes for the first time this game.
You definitely don't want the Generals to start slowly trailing away, especially in the second half, because, well, this is the last and final half of the game, so there's no coming back. Yeah, right.
And again, this is a very impressive LSU team that has been on a tear. I don't think they've lost a game in over 10 games, so they're not looking to start now. EJ's going to have the ball on the wing. He's going to find Sean Fry. Nice behind the back move there. EJ in the corner. But it looks like there's going to be a charge on that. After the pass, actually, I believe that was drawn by Jordan DeCure. So it's going to be inbounded by him, and it's going to be Kieri bringing the ball up. His first time in the game, he's a bit of a smaller player, but I'm sure that his quickness is something that you need to be very wary of if you're the Stallions. Going to get a screen there from Jordan that was Caleb Pouncey. A bit of a mess down in the paint here. Fry's going to come up with it. Got some size in the paint, but he's going to lose the ball. Had a chance there for a highlight play for Damian Thomas on an alley-oop, but unfortunately not going to get to see that come to fruition. So we're going to have a new substitution. Sean Fry's going to take a seat, kind of reset here, let him take a breather. we're going to have, I believe that's Jaden. No, that is Adarius Blanks coming back in. So he's going to look to have some effective minutes.
You know, Daniel, you kind of mentioned that one of the guys was a little bit smaller. You know what they say in sports: what you lack in size, you make up for in heart and work ethic.
Exactly.
So.
You know, I was always an undersized player myself, so I take that personally, you know. Here we go. It's going to be Carey at the top. Yep. He's going to find Pouncey in the wing. He's going to drive baseline. Going to kick it to Jordan Decor in the corner. He's going to pump fake drive and can't convert on the dunk. And
the ball is stuck. A wedgie.
Yeah, we got a wedgie. Caleb Malik's going to take care of that for us. And it's going to be General's ball. Inbounded by Carey. Kashi kind of said something to him there. It looks like he has some plans coming up. Quick pass in bounds, but going to be a kickball there by Damian Thomas. I imagine it's not easy to find a pass around those long legs. Coach is talking over there on the sideline for the Generals, trying to get the energy up. So we're going to inbound again. It's going to be Carey Haynes again. They're going to try and be a little more successful this time, but they were lucky to retain possession there. Jordan Decor down in the low post. They're going to find Pouncey. Great play design. They baited there with Jordan Decor, and they had Caleb Pouncey come around a little screen there and find a wide open look. Caleb Malik's going to find E.J. Wynn. Going to get a foul call on Jordan Decor on E.J. Wynn. He's going to come up a little gimpy, but I think he'll be all right. He seems to be walking it off okay. So they're going to get a huddle here from the Generals, kind of reassess. They've fouled, I think there's been 5 or 6 fouls already on the Generals, so they got to stay out of that bonus. Or anytime that they make a mistake like that again, it's going to be free throws. Looks like they might already be in the bonus because we're getting a, oh no, we're inbounding. We're inbounding, never mind. It's going to be,
I would like to commend the Generals on their communication throughout the game. Everything about them just looks so poetic, so well thought out.
Yeah.
Like they genuinely know their teammates and know their teammates' strengths, know their teammates' weaknesses, and know when to, oh, sorry, I got caught up in the game there. Yeah. When to give the ball to their teammates.
Yeah, they're very good at orchestrating their offense, communicating on defense. They're all over the place. They're covering well, and it goes to show you how well coached they are. It all comes down to coaching in this game at the end of the day. And Kashi's going to find a corner look. Hey, ooh, he's got a nice shot there.
As he's falling.
Yeah, that was a great play over Caleb Malik there. Trying to get the foul. We're going to get a charge yet again from E.J. Wynn, who is not happy about that call, because he doesn't know what he's supposed to do. He's just running down the court, but I guess you got to be a little more aware of who's in front of you. And that's coaching it again. They practice that stuff. They're always preparing for these situations that give them an opportunity to get a lead. And just like that, it is 49-39 Generals with 11:42 to go in the second half. I mean, just like that, the snap of a finger, and it's a 10-point game. So the Stallions have a lot of work to do. They got a lot to clean up, and if they can do that, then they might have a chance, but this game's starting to get away from them, much like their previous matchup earlier in the season. So Carey's going to be coming down the court here with the ball. Kashi's looking for it, but he's going to wave him off. Oh, now he's going to find him. Going to give it back to Carey. Looks like they're going to try and find a mismatch here. They're trying to create some opportunities with that, and they might have found one. Looks like Tevin Gowns is going to be on Kashi, who has a bit of a size advantage. Nice move there. Nice finish. There's the little dog with the big heart.
$1 million move with $1 million finish. Usually you don't hear those two things go together, but.
Well, Carey made it happen. Tevin Gowns looking for revenge. Gonna swing it.
And Kashi.
We might see a highlight.
Oh, and one.
It looks like he might be in some pain on that finish. I think he landed and rolled his ankle there.
It looks like he's grabbing the back of his calf.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious, but oh, it might be cramp. It looks like they're stretching him out. Yeah, I think it is a calf cramp. Good call there, Lauren. Nice analysis there.
I might have, took a A&P class or two.
Okay. Well, they're going to get him stretched out. We're going to get a break here, which honestly is probably great for the Stallions because it is now 53-39. I mean, just like that, 14-point game. They really have to reel this in with right under 11 minutes to go.
Up, it looks like Kashi is back walking, slowly but surely, trying to limp it off.
Those Charlie horses are no joke. He might take a minute. They might want to get a substitution. It looks like they're going to bring somebody in for him, but he is going to get an opportunity to shoot this free throw to make that a 3-point play, which would push that to 54-39. Yeah, he's feeling that leg.
If there was any time for the North American Stallions to respond, it would be after these free throws.
Yeah, and if Kashi has to come out of the game, that is going to be a great opportunity for the Stallions to try and make some plays and find a way to get back in this game. I don't know if Kashi's going to shoot this free throw.
Do I hear some heckling from the crowd?
It sounds like it. Somebody's yapping out there.
I referenced David and Goliath earlier in our conversation, Daniel. It's looking like Goliath might be up.
Yeah, we're going to need a miracle. But
it seems like Kashi is checking out, and the replacement for him is number
21, who I don't have on my roster, but he has played effective minutes up to this point, and Caleb Pounce is going to be filling in for the free throw. I guess they feel he has the best chance to convert this. We'll see if he can do it.
So now the Generals need to make a physical as well as a mental adjustment without Kashi.
Their leader, Kashi. So we got Hammond back in. Tevin Gowns in the corner with the ball. He's going to come around a screen from Caleb Malik. Back to EJ Wynn in the wing. Thought about the corner pass to Hammond. Errant pass there, and it's going to be General's ball. And that just goes to show you the communication is just not up to par right now. And I don't know if they have enough time to kind of fix that. That was something that we had hoped they would correct at halftime, but it appears that some of this pace of this game might be a little too much for him at this point. But we have EJ coming down the court with the ball. Very comfortable with it. He's looking to set up a play here. Hammond guarding him at the wing. Pouncey's going to run up and set a screen here. He's going to set another screen. Pouncey's going to get the ball, pass it back, going to take a deep three, and splash it. Ice in his veins. Caleb Pouncey is just, he's lighting it up now.
Hammond loses the ball.
He loses the ball. Hammond's going to give that one up. Going to find EJ in the corner. Heat check. And he can't convert. Don't blame him for shooting that, though. This full court press is deadly. They got two guys on him.
He's stuck. Oh!
Sellout. That was a sellout for the ball by 21. Tevin Gowns has it. Open look for Caleb Malik in the corner. He's going to put it up, and it's going to be long. So.
And the game is back fast-paced again. Oh!
EJ with the shoulder check, but they're not going to call a foul on that. Looks like he caught the ball with his shoulder. Interesting defensive play, but it works. We're going to get a substitution here. We're going to get Reed Daniels in for Caleb Malik after that long three. And we have number 22 in the game, who is going to be Nicholas Keigler in for the Generals. He's going to have a look here. He's going to put it up fresh off the bench and splash it, and the net is stuck again. These guys are just unstoppable right now. And just like that, it is a 20-point game with 9:24.
The Generals are so excited. The bench is coming onto the court.
Yeah, much needed timeout there from the Stallions. It's not over yet, plenty of time, but we are going to go to break. We'll be right back. This is only on Clutch.
You're watching this broadcast free of charge, thanks to our amazing corporate sponsors and viewers like you. Your support makes it possible to bring this content to everyone at no cost. To ensure broadcasts like this and all on Clutch content remain free, we need your help. Share this broadcast, like it, and leave a comment. Every interaction keeps us going strong. Thank you for being part of the On Clutch family.
Welcome back after the break, only on Clutch. We have the Stallions down 20 here with under 10 minutes to go. The defense has been so tight, airtight from the Generals. Oakley Lewis going to have a chance, but he's going to pass it up, going to find Tevin Gowns in the corner, who's going to drive, kick it out to Hammock, who's going to get an open three, and he's going to convert that three. That's a much-needed three there to kind of bring this game back in a little bit. A lot to go, though, a lot of ground to make up. Lauren, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm really hoping that something can change here for the Stallions.
You know, Daniel, I'm one to always root for the underdog, so I too am hoping that something comes through for the Stallions.
Some good hands there by Reed Daniels, but they're not going to be able to get the ball. And we're going to get a heat check for 21, who's not going to be able to convert. The putback attempt there by Caleb Pouncey is no good, but he's going to get the foul call, so he's going to get a chance for points here. Looks like something's going on with the Generals bench, having a little huddle here, trying to figure something out. Not sure what more they could do. They're doing pretty darn well so far.
I think we might need to see a huddle from the Stallions.
Yeah, I agree. But Caleb Pouncey is going to get a chance here to put 2 more points on the board. And the first one is cashed. So that'll make it 60 points for the Generals. It was a low-scoring game, but now it's only a low-scoring game for one side, unfortunately.
So now I believe this has to be a mental shift for the Stallions. They're down 18 points. We thought Kashi going out would have been something that electrified the Stallions, but they have yet to find out what is working for them, yet to find a spark. Honestly, it just appears that their minds are moving faster than what their bodies are actually operating, Daniel.
Yeah, and Kashi being out, he might not have to come back in, honestly, which probably good for him to let that calf kind of rest and get back to normal, but the Stallions need to make something happen here. Tevin Gown's going to look for, it's going to be blocked. That was a shot by, it looked like that was Joseph Cormier. He's going to get, Reed Daniels going to get a shot here from the corner, short corner, but it's not going to go. Hammond with a nice offensive rebound, open layup, and he's going to finish with the right. Well, he's going to bring 2 more points for the Stallions, make it a 16-point game. 8 minutes to go. Isaiah Howard's back in the game, as well as that is Nicholas Keigler. So Nicholas Keigler's going to find Isaiah Howard driving, going to look to the corner. Nice hands by Hammond. Going to have Tevin Gowns open down the court.
We have got to capitalize on this fast break. Let's score.
Going to go to the corner. Joseph Cormier passed up on an open look there. Questionable decision, but we're going to get Oakley Lewis with a 3 who can't convert. Tevin Gowns with a nice board and foul called on, that was Caleb Pouncey. So we're going to get a chance for some free throws here for Tevin Gowns, who typically shoots well from the line. They can make it a 14-point game here. I mean, it's still a lot of ground to make up, but they're doing it slowly. Still plenty of time left.
We have 7 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second half of the game, Daniel. That's still a lot of basketball to play, I'd say.
Yeah,
so
plenty of time.
I think if the Stallions take this time to adjust, that it may still be in it. We can't count them out just yet.
And Kashi's back in the game here. He's going to come in for, that was Nicholas Keigler is going to come out, and as well as Caleb Pouncey. Jason Peterman. All right, so Kashi's back in the game, coming down the court, looks fresh. Calf looks like it's healed up.
Kashi is such a crucial component to the LSU squad. Once again, as I said, he is their leading scorer with 18.2 points per game. And he also leads the team in rebounds with just over 10 rebounds per game. So his presence is missed when he is not on the court, both offensively and defensively.
And we have an update. Number 21 is Jason Perry II, guard, senior. And he usually wears 13, so that is where the confusion came from. But now we have that cleared up. Jason Perry, who's very effective. Kashi's going to try and draw the foul. Hammond's apparently leaving the game here. I'm not sure if it's a bathroom break because he doesn't appear to be injured, but Hammond's going to leave the court. So, but now he's back down. So, not sure what his issue was. Maybe he needed some electrolytes, but
looks like he's getting a re-up. That's exactly what it was.
Looks like one of the little apple juices, but or apple sauces. But he's going to come back in probably pretty soon. Kashi's going to cash in another free throw, and Jordan Decor is going to come back in for Isaiah Howard. So it is now a 15-point game yet again. Kashi's going to try and make that 16, kind of keep this margin wide. Still plenty of time though.
This was a problem for North American in their matchup earlier in the season against LSUA. The depth, they just are. Their key players are getting tired.
Yeah.
They're cramping up. We just, it just seems to be like they're at a deficit on that end.
They have a bit of a shorter rotation, it appears, than the Generals, but they got to make do. They're used to playing fast, but I mean, this is a very intense matchup for them, and it's a lot of ground to gain. So they're playing harder than they probably used to at this point. But we're going to get a free throw there. It's not going to be good from Jaden Jackson, but nice rebound by Reed Daniels, who's going to make the nice little fall-away jumper from the top of the free throw line. So Kashi's going to bring it back down. They're going to try and set something up here. Hammond's itching to get back in the game. Kashi's going to drive left. He's going to find Carey in the corner. He's going to put up a shot from behind the backboard and make it. Very impressive shot there from Carey Haynes. Wow, that was a nice shot.
That was a really nice shot there.
So Jaden Jackson is going to bring the ball up the court here. He's going to look for Reed Daniels. This is a bit of a different lineup than the Stallions are used to running.
Let's see if it works for them.
Yeah, Joseph Cormier going to pass it to the corner. Jaden Jackson going to find Reed Daniels, who's going to take it. Can't find the pass, but he's going to get a foul. So if that was on Kashi, then that might be 4 fouls for him, and it was on Kashi. So,
Daniel, North American wants to keep the ball out of LSU's hands. However, they cannot take so much time that they are not that they're unable to score. Like you said before, we are at almost a 20-point difference in this game. We have it's a 16-point difference with 6 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Yeah, they're going to have to play some stout defense here. They can't give up many more baskets, especially any three-pointers and open looks. They got to stay out of foul trouble, and they have to take advantage of these opportunities. I'd like to see them get back into some fast break opportunities because they've had plenty. They're getting pressed. They just can't find those passing lanes, which credit to the Generals for that. Reed Daniels going to make both of his free throws here, make it 64-50, and we're going to get a break. But we're going to stay here with you guys. So, what a game so far. I am glad I'm up here and not on the court because I would be out of gas if I was on the court.
Daniel, do you have any thoughts on the performances from both teams this far?
Well, it's just very impressive. It's very on par with what they've been doing all season for the Generals. They're very well coached. They're well put together. They got a lot of players that can all, show their worth on the court. They all communicate, and not anybody on that team is selfish one bit. They want everybody to play well and succeed. They're looking for passes, and the Stallions could definitely try to take some of those qualities that the Generals have been showing and apply that to themselves, but they just seem a little rushed. They're not able to get into the offenses that they want to, and they haven't been able to convert on some of their opportunities, especially with the fast breaks because of these full court presses that they're having to deal with. So Coach Doze has his hands full trying to draw up plays that are going to be effective for them. But if anybody can do it, Coach Doze can. He's done it before, so hopefully they can turn this around and try and make this a closer game. 14 points is not impossible. I've seen them go on runs. Against Paul Quinn, they went on a run at the end of the game where they put up like 15 straight points. So anything is possible, and we just got to hope that we get good basketball here to end and no injuries. That's what we're looking for. Looks like it's going to be Generals ball. It's going to be Jason Perry bringing the ball, or inbounding. Going to find Kashi, who's their primary ball handler, primary scorer, primary rebounder, and all-around leader. Carey's going to take it over, though, at the top of the key. He's going to get a screen from Jason Perry, who's going to find Jordan DeCore, who's going to swing it to Kashi. Got a double team here, but he's going to find an open look. Jordan's going to fake it, get the foul, can't finish, but a great drive there. Great offensive play design. Way to find the mismatch and get some space down in the paint. Find the lane there. Swerve that corner.
Whoa.
All right, Jordan DeCore is going to take a free throw here. See if he can convert. He's got a nice jump shot. He's going to splash it there, show it off. I'm very impressed by Carey Haynes, just his composure on the court, being 5'7", a bit undersized for sure, especially in college basketball, but to be able to show that resilience and just keep pushing and finding his players and finding open shots is very impressive. And Jordan Decor is going to rattle out his second free throw. 15-point game. Hammond's back in the game now after his little hiatus, but deep three from Reed Daniels, can't convert. Jaden Jackson tried to get the rebound, but he's going to find Kashi, who's going to jump. Oh, he went for the kill shot. Reed Daniels almost died, possibly, but he came out of that okay. Got the foul call, but didn't give up any points as of right now, so we're going to get some free throws. It looks like the Generals are starting to get a little comfortable with this lead that they have here. They're going for some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, Daniel, it seems like the Generals are just trying to have fun at this point. I mean, they're up by 15, so.
Yeah, just trying to play a clean game, try to avoid injury at this point, but definitely it's still not insurmountable. I mean, it's just got to get cleaner for the Stallions. There's going to be a lot of stuff to look at and correct coming out of this game, but you know, there's still time to do that now, so we'll see if they can try and pull some crazy comeback off. Kashi's going to take a free throw here. And it is no good. They're rattling out some of these free throws. This is, if the Stallions could take advantage of some of these opportunities, because, I mean, we're seeing a lot of missed free throws from the Generals now, and it just doesn't seem like they can pull that off at this point, but it's something they got to correct. He's going to cash in the second one, make it a 16-point game. Hammond's going to bring the ball down the court. He's looking for Jaden Jackson. Going to slow it down a bit. Got EJ Wynn. He's going to pass up the opportunity to throw it to Oakley there. Nice bounce pass to find Jaden Jackson in the corner. He's going to drive, find Oakley, who can't quite get a handle on it. Going to drive, kick out, back to Jaden Jackson, pump fake, step back, and no good.
Just
a little short. Yep. Oakley Lewis with good hands there, but Reed Daniels just could not get the ball. So it's going to be Kerry Haynes bringing the ball down the court yet again. Got Jaden Jackson on him. Jason Perry, the second, is going to have the ball. Going to dish it to Jordan Decor, who's going to find Kashi, who loves to have the ball in his hand. Going to find Jordan Decor yet again, who's going to pull up on a three, top of the key, and splash it right in Oakley Lewis's face. So that is effective basketball right there. Looking like a 19-point game here with 5 to go. Jaden Jackson going to find EJ Wynn. Going to find Reed Daniels. They're going to have to start shooting some threes here to try and get this game back. Oakley's going to do that, and he can't convert. And two Stallions fighting for one ball leads to a rebound by the Generals, which just kind of is a microcosm of this game so far, just kind of hurting themselves here. We're going to have the entire bench come off and replace the Generals lineup. So we're going to have, it looks like, Braden Thompson coming in. We're going to have, I assume, I can't see the numbers at this point, but EJ McKillen's coming in. I think, I'll update y'all on that in a second, but Kashi's going to shoot this free throw here, and he's going to miss it. So we're going to get the substitutions now.
In their last matchup, LSU and NAU, LSUA's bench totaled 36 points with Jordan Decor with a perfect shooting performance going 4 for 4. He finished with 14 points that last contest. So you can only, if their bench can produce 36 points.
Yeah. More than half of what the Stallions currently have at this point. But the Stallions bench usually is very effective as well. In their last matchup, their bench was responsible for 39 points. So, I mean, a lot of rotations, though. So we are going to have Jace Tolliver check in for the first time for the Generals. Braden Thompson, EJ McKillen.
Hammond with his own rebound.
Yeah, nice. Caleb Malik's going to get the finish there. And he's going to shoot oh, my fault. That was not Caleb Malik. That was Hammond. So he's going to get a free throw.
I can appreciate the hustle from him, and he's been all up and down this court. Anytime he has the ball in his hand, he genuinely thinks about what would be best. And he swishes that free throw, but yes, he genuinely thinks about what would put his team in the best position to be able to score. So I can appreciate that about him and in his game.
Yeah, his effort has been off the charts this game. It even made him need to take a break because he was going so hard, but he's going to get another free throw opportunity here. 19-point game. Try to make that 18, and he will. We got Damian Thomas back in the game. First time in a while he's been in. And we're going to get Stallions ball. A little trouble inbounding there from Caleb Pouncey. Going to get a break here from a timeout from the Stallions. And we are also going to go to break. This is college basketball tip-off only on Clutch. Welcome back to college basketball tip-off with On Clutch. We have 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in the second half of this game. It is currently 70-52. Generals are leading, but we have the Stallions inbounding. Going to find Hammond. They're going to have to take some quick shots here. Hammond's going to find Oakley in the corner. Oakley Lewis has had trouble handling the ball a bit this game, but now we have Damian Thomas in the corner kicking to a wide open Caleb Malik, who's going to be off to the left. His stroke has not been pure tonight, unfortunately, for the Stallions, but not anybody has been shooting well for them at this point, so you can only do so much. We're going to have Xavier Smith in the game to Braden Thompson. He's going to find Jace Tolliver. He's going to throw a lob up, but it's not going to connect. Going to find Braden Thompson in the low post on Damian Thomas. Going to spin. Great defense here. Got him trapped, but he's going to put it up anyway. Oakley Lewis looks like he's down with an injury. It looks like he rolled his ankle here. Very unfortunate at this point in the game for something like that to happen. But we're hoping that he's okay and that he can walk that off. We've seen a couple close calls tonight. Nothing serious as of this point, but we'll keep you posted on Oakley's status. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain now.
Yeah, he does. He's rocking back and forth. He's turned himself around.
Trainers are out there checking up on him, and head coach Doe's over there too.
I do want to give a shout out to the DJ. He has been playing pretty good tunes, so he's keeping us entertained in the meantime, right? In the between time, yeah.
Well, we're gonna get a bit of a break here. I'm sure the players appreciate it, but really hoping Oakley Lewis is gonna be able to walk this off. He's gonna try and get up here. He's gonna need some. He doesn't want help walking off, but he might need it. Coach Doe's giving him a pat on the back. Played really hard this game, Oakley Lewis did. And he's going to go ahead and come out for Sean Fry, who hasn't seen many minutes in the second half, but he's a sharpshooter, and he brings some energy to this team. Great defensively. We'll see if he can make anything happen here. Tevin Gowns is going to be bringing the ball down. He's going to find Hammond in the corner and put up a three, and he's going to cash it in. Nice play there by Hammond to find that three.
We now, the score is now 70-55. Generals with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the final half of the game.
And we have Xavier Smith with the ball. Thought about shooting it there. Got a very bad mismatch on him with Damian Thomas, but Jace Tolliver's going to have the ball now. He's going to find
He does not find the basket.
Yeah, Nicholas Kigler couldn't quite find the basket, but now we got a shot here, and it's long. Bit of a long shot there, but that was Bryce Journey. I believe that was his first shot of the game, so a little long from him, but sorry, I'll shake it off. Hammond's going to have a bit of an open look here. He's going to have Fry down low, but he's going to pass it up and take the foul. Hammond's been very aggressive this game, definitely trying to get baskets any way that he can, not fearing anybody in the paint, which goes to show you that his mindset is very aggressive. We're going to get a big substitution. We're going to have 5 new players come on for the Generals yet again. At this point in the game, I'm not sure what their goal is with that, but just keep guys fresh, get guys some minutes, give them a chance, kind of throw off the Stallions, kind of stunt any possible comeback maybe. So it's going to be Kashi, Braden Thompson, EJ McKillen, Jordan DeCure, and the last player is Isaiah Howard. So full substitution from the Generals. Oakley Lewis seems to be walking okay, but he's going to go ahead and take a seat with the trainer. Hammond's going to convert his free throw. So Isaiah Howard, is taking the ball down the court. Caleb Malik guarding, trying to press him a little bit, but I don't know, might be a mismatch there. Kashi has the ball. Fry guarding, and nice shot there. EJ McKillen came around the screen set by Isaiah Howard and cashed in the bucket. So that's going to make this a 16-point game yet again. They just can't break through that 16-point margin, but we are going to go to break. This is college basketball tip-off only on Clutch. And welcome back after that short break. We are back with college basketball tip-off on Clutch. 2:40 to go left in the game. Stallions with the ball. Still getting pressed full court by the Generals, but Hammond has the ball. They're able to get past the half court. So Sean Fry is going to see if he can make something happen. Going to find Damian Thomas in the corner. Thought about a three. Going to lose the ball, but it's going to stay with the Stallions here. Passed up an open corner three there. He had a chance. Kashi was not prepared to block that. And we are going to get another timeout. But we're going to stay with y'all. Well, Lauren, definitely not the outcome that the Stallions were hoping for at this point in the game. It appears that they weren't able to overcome some of those demons that they had faced when they had played this Generals team last time. But there's always room for improvement. A couple games left in this season, and they're going to try and finish strong. Meanwhile, for the Generals, I mean, they are just on fire. They're looking to take this all the way to the end of the season and see what they can do down the stretch. But
honestly, Daniel, I feel like North American has just been ignoring such little foundational things, which is prohibiting them from success in this game.
Yeah, they made a lot of mistakes that, if avoided, they could have made this game much closer. Near the end of that second half, if they had kept up that pace of play that they were playing with and that level of discipline, this game might have had a different outcome, but unfortunately they were not able to do that and capitalize on those opportunities. So Kashi has the ball. Hammond's guarding, 19 on the shot clock. He's going to find EJ for the three, who's not going to convert, but Braden Thompson's going to get the tip out. But it will be Stallions' ball. And yet again, a full round of substitutions.
Wow.
Got Jace Tolliver back in the game. We got Xavier Smith.
Sean
Nicholas
Fry
Kigler.
also checked back in the game for NAU.
Did. They're looking for him to make something happen, but we'll see if he can convert. Caleb Pouncey as well on the court for the Generals, as well as Bryce Journey. EJ Wynn's going to find Tevin Gowns, who's going to throw it back to EJ Wynn, who's going to throw it all the way across, but he can't make it happen. Bryce Journey is going to throw a hand up and intercept that ball.
You know, Daniel, one thing I will say is that as much as you want to play with physicality, you also have got to have that IQ. You have got to be able to see, like, if that pass is going to be feasible. Oh, and he is shut down.
But they're going to call a foul on that. He got a little too much. Might have hit him in the head there. But, yeah, the physicality is very important, especially with the Stallions team who plays so fast and so aggressive with so much pace. However, they have to be more disciplined with these passing lanes. They have to stop passing up some layups that could be contested but are a better opportunity than throwing it to the corner where you're giving the Generals a chance to catch up and set their defense up. So some of these fundamental mistakes that they're making have cost them many points in this game and led to turnovers. So something that they have to be able to clean up. They have to get back in the lab and figure out some of these things and practice some of those fundamental aspects. But it appears the Generals have been very adamant about their practice and their discipline because they have not made many of the same mistakes that our Stallions have fallen victim to.
Coming off the free throw line was Bryce Journey for LSUA.
Oh, big jump from Journey there. Oh, nice move there.
Nice move from Mr. Fry.
That was Joseph Cormier with that bucket. But, yes, very great play. He got that guy jumping out of his shoes. And Jace Tolliver going to take a shot here. Wide open three. Can't convert. EJ went with the rebound. Going to throw it up to Hammond. And great by the Generals to get their defense back. Avoid any fast breaks. EJ Wynn's going to have to do something here. He's going to spin, put it up, and convert with a nice spinning layup with the left hand in the paint over two purple jerseys.
The score is now 73-60. Generals are still up with 36 seconds left in the game.
Too little, too late from the Stallions. Caleb Pouncey's going to have the ball here at the wing with Sean Fry covering. Nice little dribble set there. Going to try and pass to the corner, but EJ Wynn's going to break that up. So at this point in the game, it's nice to see the effort still. Nobody's given up. These competitors are still competing, and that's very important to show that, you know, you're not going to give up just because you're probably not going to come out with a victory, but you're going to play for yourselves, for your coach, and for your fans, and so we can all appreciate that from the Stallions. They're going to get a fast break here, try to make something happen. Hammond's going to go up and dunk it with a two-hand slam. Finish off with some
why
swag.
not, right?
Exactly, why not? Have some fun with it. So they're probably going to dribble this out here. Don't see anything happening besides that. They're going to press him for some reason, but they're going to end up letting it go, and we are going to have a final score of 73-62. The LSU Alexandria Generals come out on top over the North American University Stallions. Thank you guys for joining us. It was a great game, a fun matchup. Stallions came up short, but it was a fun game overall, Lauren.
Yes, I enjoyed this commentary with you, Daniel, so thanks for having me.
Me too. We are going to wrap this up here tonight. Very fast-paced game. Unfortunate for the Stallions, but a lot of things to correct. And for the Generals, we'll just see how far they can go in this thing. Thank you guys for joining us. And this is College Basketball Tip-Off on Clutch. We will see you next time.
Say, can you see?
of North American University for his address to the North American University family, friends, and guests, Dr. Tipoff.
I would like to congratulate all the parents, families, and family members here. So could you please rise, all the family members?
I like that you had all the little side elements in the eyes and stuff.
It's very important for Be Busy and Project CAM to be a part of the school system because they need to hear not just my voice, but they need to hear another voice. And it's not about who can get to the students. I'm about it takes a village. And Be Busy and Project CAM is a part of that village. And Be Busy come in, they already know, hey, we're a family, so Miss Cynthia and them, and Big Sharon and them and everybody, they open up as family.
My overall thoughts about Project CAM is it's a very good program, talking about relationships, talking about the negatives and the positives of relationships. One of the things I learned that stuck out to me the most was talking about the recent one, which is unconditional love, which is no matter what condition you're in, no matter what you've been through, what your family was like, no matter what your status in life is, I'm still gonna love you.
Remember guys, we're not here like from a place of judgment. We're here to try to comprehend that not everyone is going through the same things, right? We don't know if it was just that. There was multiple things going on at home, in their own personal turmoil, in their own mind. Mental health issues, we don't know. So let's all be compassionate just as human beings to one another and care about one another, take care of one another. So if you just hear anything like that, even if in your head you're like, all right, that's not where they should be at, instead of coming from a place of judgment, come from a place of caring and say, let me let somebody know, somebody that might be able to do something for us, all right? Because we hate hearing about, these tragedies that do unfortunately happen in high school settings.
Mm-hmm. So when we speak on really heavy topics like, being in dangerous love and stuff like that, some of these kids are actually going through these things. Like, we forget that there are some real life impacts happening, and these students need to hear that they can move past these relationships. They can learn how to communicate effectively. They can learn to leave, and that there are other outlets that they can find a trusted adult. So it's just really important that they know that they're not alone. By being able to talk about these things, they kind of see that they have a shared experience, sort of. Not all of them are going through the same thing, but they can at least relate to it.
Welcome to House of Energy, where fitness is more than just a journey. It's a community. Here you'll find strength in numbers with hip-hop cycling, extreme step, and our strength and conditioning HIIT class, FitX. Class is designed for all fitness levels. Together we push limits, reach goals, and celebrate victories because no one has to do it alone.
What it means to me to be a lifesaver is going above and beyond.
That we are a patient-centered facility. We are family-oriented and we believe in taking care of our community and neighborhood.
My personal favorite is being able to help.
Our staff does take into consideration, hey, this is like my mom, this is like my grandma, and so the biggest factor is knowing that we don't just, hey, rush them in and out. No, we genuinely take our time to go ahead and make sure that each patient is taken care of properly.
Lifesavers is different from other providers. When you walk in through the doors, we are like family.
We're a small organization, and that gives us this family feel of, I have people that I can rely on, just like I'd call my brother and say, hey, I need help, and everyone jumps on board, and we're there for each other.
Lifesavers Emergency Room is your #1 ER for medical care.
Your emergency or concern is our priority.
At Lonestar Sausage and BBQ, we specialize in homemade sausage and slow-smoked meats. Come taste the tradition. We can't wait to serve you.
We want students to go to class, we want them to focus on their degree plan, but we really want students to have some fun while they're here too.
Involvement on campus is a big part of a student success story.
My favorite thing about LSUA is the faculty relationships that I've gained. Not only do they help you during your college years, but they want you to keep in touch with them after college, and not every college does that.
It's a gym in Central Louisiana, and definitely consider LSUA. It's a great place to be.
Our customers mean absolutely everything to us. We've been on the other side of the coin to where we have no customers. Remember, we had a restaurant during the pandemic. We were basically begging for people to come in and try our food. We'd even give them food for free in hopes that they would one day come back and actually buy food. So the fact that we have customers that are willing to drive an hour, 2 hours, even 3 hours away to come and eat here, we value every single one of those customers because we know what it's like being on the other side. My name is Humberto Martinez, and I am the founder of Space City Birria, Tacos, and More. We're located at 415 Milo Street, Houston, Texas, 77002.
Sophistication in a glass. Sophie's Punch is the perfect beverage for any occasion. You can choose from one of our 9 sophisticated flavors for our teas and our lemonades and our Arnold Palmers. They are available for purchase online at sophiespunch.com, and you can always stay connected to us on all social media platforms at Sophie's Punch. It's not just a drink, it's a mood.
You're watching this broadcast free of charge, thanks to our amazing corporate sponsors and viewers like you. Your support makes it possible to bring this content to everyone at no cost. To ensure broadcasts like this and all On Clutch content remain free, we need your help. Share this broadcast, like it, and leave a comment. Every interaction keeps us going strong. Thank you for being part of the On Clutch family.